Am I back? I'm back. Okay. Hello, hello, hello! I am back. Welcome back to my channel. Lunatic Plays. I'm the Lunatic who plays Cities Skylines 2, and I'm back after my 2 hours of absence. Sorry guys, I had to pick up Neff from work, feed him, and now I'm back. Ready to finish building what we were building and ready to finish the debate. So I'm just gonna play it in the background and keep building. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tired. Like I'm ready for bed, but I really want to finish this today because I want to get my editing done. And yeah, oh, got a notification. Oh, okay. You should be able to hear me now. I'm here, and let's just get on with it. Let's finish listening to the debate, and let's finish detailing the town.
More and more is not big ideology in the sense of projects and so on. In our cynical era.
I love how the skyline is shaping up, by the way. It looks really cool. I love it. A little bit of old, a little bit of old, a little bit of new. It's a nice little blend for our old town. Even from this perspective, I think I like it even more from here. Like you have the big church, you have the parliament there, and then the hotel in the distance. It looks cool. I like it. And I'm ready to do more. So let's keep playing.
People claim, oh, we no longer take them seriously and so on. But, and here, for me, social dimensions enters even our intimate space. Implicit beliefs, ideological presuppositions, why not, which we embody in our most common daily practices. For example, probably some of you already know it, I will nonetheless repeat a very shortened version. I was occupied at some point by the structure of toilets in Western Europe. I noticed this specificity of German toilets, where, you know, the shit doesn't disappear in water, it is there exposed so that you smell it and control it for whatever, and I immediately associated it with German spirit of poetry and reflection and so on. It's a bad joke, but what I'm saying is that in a sense, and I've spoken with some specialists, I was so intrigued by how do you construct toilets, and they admitted it. There is no direct utilitarian reason. It is as if even in something as vulgar as going to the toilet, ideology in this deeper sense is there. Another thing that at the same level, I repeat one of my old jokes, that fascinates me intensely is how it's not just as superficial psychoanalysts claim, we pretend to be moral to believe, but deeply we are cynical egotists. Quite often in today's times, we think that we are free, permissive, and so on, but secretly we are dominated by an entire pathological, or not even often pathological, structure of prohibitions and so on. So we may, and this is what interests me so much, precisely in today's time where, and this is how, would you agree, we would explain these simple facts which may appear weird that how apparently they tell us we live in permissive times. Take your pleasure, enjoy it. But at the same time, there is probably, so some clinicians are telling me, more frigidity and impotence than ever.
Yes.
That the lesson of psychoanalysis, I hope we agree, is not this vulgar one. You cannot perform sexually. You go to a psychiatrist. He teaches you how to get rid of authority and so on. It's a much more complex situation. And this is what interests me immensely. All this set of implicit beliefs, how you don't even know, but you know, I will repeat the story that half of you know and you. My favorite, that Niels Bohr anecdote. You know, he had a house outside Copenhagen, the quantum physics guy, and he had a horseshoe, a superstitious, above his door, yes? And then a friend asked him, but do you believe in it? Why do you have it there? And he said, of course not, I'm a scientist. Why then do you have it there? Because I was told it works. The idea is it prevents evil spirits to enter the house. It works even if you don't believe in it. Ne? That's ideology today. That's ideology today. It's fundamental.
Okay, so
I want to solicit from you to tell a joke. Don't you see this?
I think that people. I think that people are possessed by ideas that aren't theirs. And their personalities that aren't theirs. And that's the great psychoanalytic insight. It's not ideas, it's personalities. It's way worse than ideas. And some of those personalities might be the ones that are associated with the idea that freedom is found in maximizing hedonistic moment-to-moment pleasure or something like that, which sounds like freedom. Like for me, one of the things that I suggest to people is that they watch themselves as if they do not understand who they are or what they're ruled by. And then notice those times when they're where they should be. And that's back to our discussion about meaning rather than happiness. It's like you'll see there are times that in your life where you're somewhere or you've done something and all of a sudden you're together. You're where you should be. Your conscience is not disturbing you. You're not proud of what you did, because pride is the wrong term, but you understand deeply that you've done something that you should have done. You might not understand why. You might not even understand what it is. But the study of that can help elucidate the difference between what actually constitutes you, which is a very difficult thing to discover, and what constitutes the accretion that characterizes you because of the, well, let's say your intense proclivity for socialized mimicry. And so, you know, I don't mean you personally, but people are amalgams of everything they've seen and everything every person they've watched. Yes, and everything they've read. And to integrate that and to find the truth that constitutes that integration is an incredibly difficult endeavor. And one of the reasons why in 12 Rules for Life, for example, I suggested that people try to tell the truth or at least don't lie, is because one of the ways, apart from pursuing what appears to you to be meaningful, one of the ways of escaping from that possession by the kind of ideology that you're describing, which is it's like an unconscious of unidentified axioms. It's something like that, even though they take personified form. They're like personalities, is to stop saying things you know not to be true. It's a nice pathway forward. The original rule was tell the truth. And I thought, no, that's not any good, because you're so biased and limited and ignorant and possessed that you don't know what the truth is. And so you can't be asked to tell it. But everyone does have the experience of being about to say or do something that they know by their own, they know as deeply as they can know anything about themselves, that utterance or action is wrong, and they still do it. Now, my suggestion is try to stop doing that. And one of the consequences, well, you can try in small ways, like you might not be able to manage it in big ways, but now and then, you know, you're tempted to do something that you know to be wrong, and you could not do it. And if you practice that, you get better and better at not doing it, and that means you lie less, and you take the easy route out less, and you pursue hedonic pleasures that cost you in the future less. You start to straighten yourself out. You take the beam out of your eye. That's essentially what you're doing. And over time, you have some modicum of hope that your vision will clear up and you'll be able to see the proper pathway forward. And that's part of the process of redemption. And it seems to me to be in your grasp. You're capable of doing that. You have a conscience. It does inform you from time to time correctly about the difference between good and evil, the consequence, the knowledge, the consequence of the fall that you described, which I think you described in very eloquent terms, and that you can slowly make your way back to the straight and narrow path that's characterized by maximal meaning, but also, see, this instinct of meaning is a sophisticated one. It's not that I'm making a case for the individual, like Ayn Rand makes a case for the individual. That's not it. I'm making a case for individual responsibility. That's not the same thing. It's like there is something that's good for you, but it has to also be good for your family. If it's just good for you, that's not good enough. And if it's good for you and your family and it's not good for society, then that...
What if your family's toxic? That's my question.
That's not good enough either. And so the responsibility is to find a pathway that balances these things in a harmonious manner. It's like I got a lot of this thinking from Jean Piaget and his idea of equilibrated states, right? Is you're attempting to find something like a game that everyone is willing to play that can be played in an iterative manner and not degenerate. Well, hopefully actually ascend, if that's possible. Hopefully become a better and better game across time. And I do believe that you can do that. I do believe that you can do that if you're guided by truth. And I do believe that the pathway to that is the phenomenology of meaning. And then the secondary consequence of that is if you do that, now and then you might be happy. And then you should be profoundly grateful because happiness, as we already agreed upon,
I don't like it. I don't like this incessant insistence on meaning.
Is something like a grace.
Just what? Basically, sorry. Again, my pessimism comes here. I agree with you, but the danger here ideology can massively enter. You describe a nice situation. You are tempted or ordered or whatever to do something that you know it's wrong. But so-called totalitarian ideologies step in at this point and try to present to you that the true greatness is to do what you individually think it's wrong for the higher cause.
And we see this exactly with Trump. Like, exactly this is happening
You know
now.
who says this wonderfully? A horrible guy, not one. Heinrich Himmler of SS. No, sorry, seriously.
No,
he knew the problem.
Yes.
German officers must do horrible things.
Yes.
Kill Jews, and his solution was double. First, to let them know, as he put it somewhere, every idiot, okay, ordinary man can do something great, maybe, not all, sacrifice himself for his country. But his point was, but it takes a truly great man to be ready to lose his soul and to do horrible things for his country.
Yeah.
And I read
the
some
Bhagavad
good
Gita
memoirs of relatively honest communists who broke down when they were sent to the countryside famine in early 30s. And this is what they were told by apparatchik. You will see horrible things, children starving and so on. Remember, there is the higher cause, and your highest ethical duty is to overcome this small bourgeois sentimentality. So here I see the danger of, again, my pessimism, false meaning, which can massively cover this false narrative. Second thing, also the solution by, I wonder if you share this pessimism of mine, another one by Himmler. You know what was his sacred book I read? He all the time had a special leather-bound copy in his pocket, Bhagavad Gita. He said, his problem was this one. He puts it perfectly. Nazi officers have to do SS horrible things. How to enable them to do it without themselves becoming horrible beings? His solution was Oriental wisdom. To learn to act from distance, I am not really there. And this was the shock of my life. Based on this, do you know the book? I found a book, the guy then wrote many books, Brian Victoria, Zen at War. It's a shocking book, especially horrible for many so-called anti-Eurocentrists who claim our monotheism is guilty of everything, we need Oriental. Yeah, but that book is about apart from a couple of exceptions, the behavior of Zen Buddhist community in Japan in the 30s, early 40s. Not only they totally supported Japanese expansion into China, they even provided properly Zen Buddhist justification for it. For example, the one, you know who did this? No, you are not as old as me. I remember him, D.T. Suzuki, the great yeah, but okay, he was doing this in the 60s, but as a younger guy.
Hello, Raven. How are you? Yes, I'm continuing on the debate. I like this argument about Bhagavad Gita because I was actually one of those people that used to idealize Eastern religious movements, and kind of this helped me look at it a little bit different.
He was fully supporting Japanese militarism, and one of his justifications was this.
And a great book about the Japanese invasion into China is actually a book. It's not really a trilogy in a uniform sense, but they are from the same author about the same topic. Sarah Payne is a wartime strategy professor at U.S. Naval War College, and she wrote a book about the Sino-Japanese wars in the post-Opium War era, the pre-World War II Sino-Japanese conflicts, and then a book on Imperial Japan. And I think it's a very good, it's a very good like tactical story about how the conflicts have happened and the different battles and stuff, but I think it also represents very well the kind of attitudes and mentalities of the regimes at the time, and how are they approaching the concept of war and invasions and all that stuff. And I think what Zizek is talking about in terms of Buddhism and its ideology, and how people are able to twist ideologies to support their own narratives, very much ties into that.
This one, the advice of Japanese military to them to support Zen Buddhist training, because he says, it's one of the most horrifying things that I've ever read. He said, sorry, don't take it personally, but let's say an officer orders me, if I were to tell this to you, it would be too obvious, so I pick you, I have to kill you, stab you with my knife. And he says, if I remain in this illusionary self, then I feel responsible, I kill you. But he says, if you are enlightened by Zen Buddhism, then you know there is no substantial reality. You become a neutral observer of your life, just a flow of phenomena, and you tell yourself, it's not that I am killing you, but in the cosmic dance of phenomena, my knife is floating and somehow your knife false. You know what I'm saying? This, I'm not disputing some spiritual greatness of Zen Buddhism. I'm saying how even the most enlightened this spiritual experience can serve a terrible cause.
Now, because we're running very quickly out of time, and it's clear that this conversation could go for a very long time, I'm going to ask one representative question here and give you each 1 minute each. And that is simply this. Coming from online, what is one thing you hope people will leave this debate with, and why? Jordan.
I hope they leave this debate with a belief in the power of communication between people with different views. You know, that's... I mean, there is a growing idea on college campuses, tell me if I go over my minute, that there really is no such thing as free speech because people are only the avatars of their group identity
exactly
and they have nothing unique to
but
say. And besides that, there's
do.
no communication across boundaries of identity or belief. And I think that that's an unbelievably dangerous and pernicious doctrine. And I think that people of goodwill, despite their differences, can communicate, and they can both come out of that communication improved, even though there might be some dissent and some dissent and some dissent on the way. And so that's what I would hope people would come out of
Lovely.
this.
Thank you.
I will be more concrete, even politically. There is today, so it appears, this big conflict between all that postmodern stuff that you oppose and this alt-right and so on. I hope sincerely that we made at least some people to think and to reject this simple opposition. There are quite reasonable... Well, the only alternative to alt-right is not political correctness and so on.
Yeah.
And now I'm speaking not for you, but for me. Please, if you are a leftist, don't feel obliged to be politically correct. Think, don't be afraid to think. And especially, would you agree, one great version of not thinking is how immediately, if they don't agree with you, you are labeled a fascist. But that's the laziness. People find something they don't agree with, instead of thinking, they think about something we all agree was a bad thing, you are a fascist, and so on. You know, it's not as simple as that. Even Trump, of whom I'm deeply critical, no, I'm sorry to tell you, yes, he is a catastrophe in the long term and so on, but he is not a fascist. You make it all too easy to play these games. I just want not a positive result, but to shatter you a little bit, to make you think.
I have always felt that the greatest conversations are unfinished ones.
I really need to find his point about Trump today, because the Trump of 2016, I would agree. He was not acting in a straightforward fascist manner. But the Trump of today is a very different story. Because I was so thirsty. What is happening? I'm drying. Oh, I think...
Zizek and Jordan Peterson for a great unfinished conversation.
So that was it. The debate of the century. And I think the next thing we're gonna watch is a little bit of Stephanie Su. I love Stephanie Su. She dropped a video 54 minutes ago, so I want to watch it. Just when we are thinking about philosophy, when we're talking about what system works and, you know, what is the meaning of life and what are good deeds versus what are bad deeds, then I feel like it's good sometimes to step away and watch something purely entertaining for entertainment's sake, or watch some drama or even reality TV show. It's a good way to stop the incessant cognitive activity that just keeps on going and spiraling. For me anyways, every now and again after like a heavy intellectual exercise, I like to put on something chill, So now we're gonna watch something chill. Anyways, now it's time for shiz and giggles. So let's do it. And also, I'm so tired that I can't think anymore.
Agua.
Here's when I knew that I needed to cover this story. Here's when I knew that this was gonna be an entirety of a Mott's episode, maybe even 3 or 10, because it's so insane. One day, Tiffany comes into our house and she's like, oh my God, we're eating lunch. She's like, oh my God, have you guys seen this? She's pulling up these Chinese articles and they're all in Chinese. So I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. And she's translating for me and she says, famous American streamer IShowSpeed bows at the Temple of Beijing. And so she's like,
So sometimes Move It crashes my game, like now, for example. It's characterized by the markers disappearing. And when it happens, I have to save the game and restart it. So that's what we're gonna do now.
I mean, that's so respectful. Like, Chinese people love him. They're obsessed with him. He literally it says he went to the temple at Beijing and he bowed in respect because he was taken aback by the beauty of the temple. And then I'm like, you know, that's actually crazy because I don't know anything about IShowSpeed. I just didn't think he would be overcome with the beauty of architecture and history that he would bow immediately, because I don't even know if I would bow immediately.
Wait, he's not the racist guy who went to Japan and was making racist comments at people in the Tokyo metro. I hope not.
An hour later, she comes back up to us and goes, actually, I'm so sorry, it was fake news. And I said, what? What was fake news? So he didn't bow at the Temple of Beijing. He tripped. And then someone took a screenshot of him tripping mid-trip, and it looked like a bow. And Chinese media ran with it. They said, famous American live streamer bowing at the Temple of Beijing. So I was like, you know what? I do have to do an episode on IShowSpeed, because the American reaction, the Chinese reaction, it's like two different worlds. It's two different worlds. Now, I need to get y'all caught up. Do you guys know IShowSpeed?
I think everybody heard of him.
Everybody knows IShowSpeed, but do you know IShowSpeed?
But do you know?
I know now, because here's what I did. I went online and I typed in top IShowSpeed moments, and now I know this man. I know him inside and out. I feel like I understand his soul. So for example, in 2022, IShowSpeed goes viral because he decides very, you know, it's so weird. IShowSpeed is one of those people where if you just watch one video, it's very easy to be like, another dumb American. But then you watch 3 videos and you go, he's so smart, I'm scared.
Okay, I don't think it's the racist guy from Japan. As in, like, it's an American guy who went to Japan who was racist against Japanese people in Japan, which is insane. But he was doing it all for clout.
There's no way he's dumb. He's just too smart. So that makes you question every dumb thing he does, because you're like, I see what you're doing. He's got some crazy high EQ and IQ. I was actually surprised because I've only seen random clips of him. Like how he put a Pikachu firecracker on his bed, a firework, and lit it on fire next to a bunch of other fireworks on a live stream.
Oh,
yeah.
What does Pikachu to do with fireworks?
It's a firework shaped like a Pikachu.
Oh no, I've seen that. It was him. And then it goes like, Pika! Yeah, no, yeah.
And he lit it on fire, and by the end of the live stream, you can barely see anything in the room because it's so smoky, and you just see like a firefighter in there with like a heat gun, just checking and making sure everything's okay. No, this guy has done some insane I know recently, this is how I really started getting into him. Not like getting into him, but like seeing him everywhere. Was he was jumping over cars, like Lamborghinis, and then he got banned or something. It was a whole thing because it's so dangerous. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the most dangerous thing he's done. Turns out I was right. He's done way more dangerous stuff. Like the banana Sprite challenge. Don't ever do the banana Sprite. No, you guys
Fuck is
wouldn't.
banana
I
Sprite
trust you.
challenge?
I know you. You wouldn't do this,
Tell me,
but it's where
Stephanie.
you eat copious amounts of bananas. Bananas are so dense and they're so fibrous. It's like a plug in your intestines. Just ramming a dam in your intestines, okay? And then you drink 2 giant things of Sprite. And so you got this plug in the middle of your intestines and then all this Sprite foam, and it causes instant, uncontrollable vomiting.
Oh.
He had to call 911 in the middle of his live stream.
911, what's your emergency?
Oh,
911, what's
I'm
your
sorry,
emergency? Hello?
guys. No.
I think I'm dying.
You said you think
I think I'm dying. My
Oh,
stomach. There's something wrong with my digestive system.
What happened? Did you
Bro.
eat something or... Sir, are you okay? Can you tell me what happened? Can you explain to me what's going on?
I ate a Sprite and banana. A Sprite and banana.
How much did you eat?
Sprite and banana.
How much? 'Cause I've heard of that.
Come on. I'm not doing this no more, y'all. My stomach, bro. I feel like I'm about to throw up again, bro. I'm so sorry I had to see that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I should have gave y'all a warning. I knew that was gonna happen, bro. I did not know that would have happened, bro.
But he just kind of likes to call 911 because I also saw another one where he ate the world's spiciest chip and he called 911. And then he was like
One
screaming.
chip challenge?
I
Yeah, he's
disagree
like, I
with
can't
this.
breathe. And then the operator's like, tell me what's happening. And he's just like drooling.
911, what's your emergency?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Where are you at? What's going on?
I don't know why niggas ain't got. Everybody. But he said,
Do you need some help? What happened? Can you
what the fuck?
Do you need an
Stephanie, what
officer
the
there,
fuck
sir?
are you playing,
Okay.
girl?
Sir, I think we're gonna send an officer to your location. We found where you're calling from.
anyways, we're back.
Is it just you there, or what's going on?
He did the Coke condom challenge.
A what?
I didn't even know these were challenges.
He's a
I
smart
always
guy,
think about
Stephanie.
this.
Are
Like,
you
you
sure
always
he's
hear about
smart?
something going
I don't
disastrously
think he's
wrong on the
smart.
internet because someone decided to try a challenge. And I'm like, who's doing these challenges? Because for it to be called a challenge, enough people have to be doing it, right?
I hope
Honey,
she was.
Yeah?
She
You
was
forgot all
sarcastic.
your channels? The challenges.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I never ate copious amounts of banana and Sprite. I did do the 1 chip challenge, but I did not do it successfully. So I'm not part of that. I'm just kidding. No. These these dangerous challenges.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't do many dangerous challenges. Did I do any dangerous
Okay.
challenges?
I don't know, man.
I feel like I'm just a dangerous person in my entity. Like, I'm so incapable of keeping myself safe, but I think the challenges itself are not dangerous. However, he puts a condom on his head.
How
yeah.
does he breathe?
See, he didn't think that through either. Because immediately he puts it on and he starts hyperventilating and freaking out, rips it off, and then he does another one. So he leaves a little opening for his mouth to breathe, and then he opens a giant Coke bottle, throws in Mentos, and then tries to funnel it in to fill the whole
That's
helmet
crazy.
of protection with, and he almost died as well.
You don't want to try that one?
No. And so I was like, this guy is very interesting. And this guy is so famous in China. And I was like, I didn't even know that he was so famous in China. I mean, no, I know he's so famous. Everybody knows I Show Speed, okay? But I didn't know that he was that famous in China because he doesn't even speak Chinese. He's not Chinese.
Because-
and also, they don't have YouTube or Twitch in China.
Yeah.
So how are you going to watch him?
I don't
when-
even think China knew that this will happen.
So then he decides that he is going to go on a China
You
tour.
know what's so funny? In China, YouTube and Twitches are blocked.
Yeah, you cannot. And
You can use it. I think every one of Speed's fan thinks like they're the only one.
that watches it. They're like, I'm special.
I did all of this to watch Speed. Turns out everyone's doing this.
So he decides, well, I guess he discovers that he has a huge Chinese audience because they even nicknamed him, right? Remember in the last mods, he's called hypothyroid brother because his eyes kind of bulge out, and that's usually a big symptom of hypothyroidism, which is like a it's like a hormone gland in your neck. And and I thought it was mean. But they added brother at the end, and Tiffany was like, no, if you're a celebrity and they add brother or sister at the end of your nickname, it's usually like a sign of appreciation. Like it's like an affectionate nickname. You're trying to be cute. It's not like, oh, we're gonna make fun of you and bully you. It's like it's a cute name. So he's hypothyroidism brother.
Bro, have we talked about all the nickname of American celebrities?
Oh my God, you have to. We have to do a whole mod.
So good. Have we done it? No, right?
Oh my God, no, your sister and I and my sister, we were sitting there.
You would never guess mainstream celebrities'
Yeah.
nickname in China. It's so random.
It's really random. And even the pronunciation of non-nicknames is so crazy. Your sister and my sister were having a whole argument about this because your sister was showing her a TikTok from China. And then she was like, oh my God, look, it's Dumbledore. And my sister goes, what the and she goes, Dumbledore. And we said, Dumbledore from Harry Potter. And she's like, no, it's Dumbledore. And she's like, look at the spelling, Dumbledore. Even in English, it's pronounced Dumbledore. And I'm like, this is actually crazy. You got hypothyroidism, brother. And then we also know that iShowSpeed made a Chinese song go super viral. This song has been around for a really long time. I didn't know this. My husband was telling me how, that's a child, like from my childhood.
Yeah.
Rainbow Sunshine White Pony. Yeah, it's the one where, you know the one.
Okay, I love it.
It keeps saying the word that a lot.
I have this like little lore idea for this park that I'm doing here. Now, all of this here, this used to be part of like this royal residence that's here, Royal Residence Gardens, but then as it got repurposed after some sort of bloody revolution into a judicial building and a city hall, then only bits of the garden survived, and then they built like all these apartments and hotels and stuff, and the parking lot. And so this is the only little bit of the royal gardens that actually survived after the revolution in this part. I love giving the little bits of lore and stuff to the things that I built. It's kind of fun. And sometimes you have an idea for lore and you build according to like your lore idea, and then sometimes you build something and you're like, oh my God, like the story just pops into your head and you're like, yep, this is where they hung the king. This is where the king died. The imaginary king of my imaginary town that I'm building in Cities Skylines, he died here. Yep. So this was the garden.
Lot. And in China, that is seen as like a filler word. Yeah. Like people will like, because you do that too, where you'll be on the phone and then you'll be like, okay,
it's basically
yeah, it's like that thing, that place that we went to. So he'll say that a lot, right? I've gotten used to it. But in later live streams, he will watch the video of that, and it's become his song. He owns that song.
Oh,
he better get royalties from that song.
Hey!
In later live streams, you know how people...
Did I just hear this song correctly? Was that a choir of Chinese people going nay nay n-word n-word nay nay n-word n-word nay nay? What the fuck?
People will live stream themselves sleeping, and then their fans can buy something where it wakes or it plays a sound really loudly. They went from playing all sorts of other racist songs to now this song. Yeah. No. And so iShowSpeed decided, I am going to meet this man. Whoever created this song, Chat, I'm gonna fucking meet this man. Chat, have I ever lied to you, chat? No, I haven't, chat. I'm gonna fucking meet this man.
Chat, who is this dude name, y'all? Yo, bro, I gotta meet him. He made a song, song. I like, bro. This is 2025. Chat, mark my word. He's on my bucket list. I'm gonna meet him this year.
So he does. He's gonna go to China. And guess who knows before everybody else did? The Chinese embassy. 20-year-old popular American YouTuber hashtag #IShowSpeed at #IShowSpeed has kicked off a journey in hashtag China that has already garnered massive global attention, which indicates a broader trend of digital influencers bridging cultural gaps and creating alternative channels for foreign audiences to understand a vibrant China. So everyone's like, oh my god, this is about to be the craziest trip, because if the Chinese embassy knows about it, it's gonna be a crazy trip. Like, they're gonna be watching. They're looking at him like, okay, let's have fun. And it is fun. March 24th.
Is he alive? Do we know where he is today?
He lands in Shanghai. He's got his whole team. He's got cameramen, tour managers. He's got these 2 bodyguards that become very famous in China. They even have nicknames. One of them is called Biggie. The other one is named Pretty. And I'll tell you why later, okay?
We are here in China.
So 5 people, they arrive in Shanghai, and as soon as they get out of the car and start live streaming, there's a Chinese guy who's looking at him, and he immediately says, I see you before.
I see you before.
Speed is like, what's my name? I Speed.
What's my name? I Speed. Right? You actually know me.
Wow. And he's like, you actually know me? How do you know me?
Honestly, word. This is great. This is great. Imagine being famous in China.
Watch YouTube, you know?
Wow.
You do? I thought you didn't have YouTube here. And my husband said, someone check on this man. They're gone. These people watching YouTube are gone because it's technically maybe illegal. And he starts panicking and he says, no, you're a liar. You have YouTube. Because he thought Speed was saying, I'm not on YouTube. And then he said, no, I said, you don't have YouTube. No, I can see, in China, many websites. And then he stops talking, and thankfully Speed cuts him off, and he says, you're the first person who recognized me. What's your name? My name is Jason. I do stand-up. I'm a comedian. All right, bet. Make a joke for me.
Is the guy alive? Is the Chinese guy okay? I'm so stressed.
Real quick. What do you want me to say? You're a comedian. Make a joke. I do Chinese. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Do it in Chinese. And he gets so nervous. He starts speaking in Chinese and he says, the first word in Chinese that he says is, that.
Say me a joke. You was on a comedian, say a joke. What? I want a joke. You said nigga. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous.
Which sounds like
the N-word.
The N-word.
So the first Chinese word that IShowSpeed hears when he gets out of that tour van in Shanghai, China, is the word that sounds like the N-word. And he looks at him and he goes, it's my first 5 minutes in China.
It's my first 5 minutes in China. Yeah.
And the Chinese guy has no clue what's going on. He goes, yeah. Okay, it's fine. Just say the joke. And IShowSpeed is kind of pissed off standing there. I mean, it's part of the bit, And he's looking he's frowning while staring at the camera while he says the longest Chinese joke I've ever heard in my entire lifetime.
Oh my God.
And it's just very uncomfortable. And he's like, okay, cool. Nice to meet you. And it's like the whole energy is this Chinese man didn't realize what just happened. And he's saying this joke now held hostage because he has no idea why IShowSpeed's energy just drastically changed. Meanwhile, IShowSpeed is like grimacing into the camera. And I'm like, this is going to be so insane. Then he walks straight into a store. IShowSpeed walks away from this guy, straight into a store. Sometimes I like to skip around, because IRL streams, it's 20 hours long. So I'm skipping ahead. And the next frame I end up on is the camera just zoomed in on an elderly man holding an ice cream cone, and he's staring straight into the camera. Like this, like dumbfounded, like. And Speed is like, I'm asking you, where'd you get the ice cream, bro? And he's just staring into the camera. He's not even looking at Speed. And then finally someone says like something, Bing Chiling? I know Bing Chiling. And then he...
Which is ice cream in Chinese.
Yeah.
Stephanie knows ice cream in Chinese. It's Bing Chiling.
And then all of a sudden the old man goes from staring, dumbfounded, behooved, like bamboozled in the camera to suddenly smiling and pointing over there. And I'm like, what the fuck is coming? So then they walk over to the ice cream line, but there was a whole line of people. And there's this like, I want to say younger dude with a young son.
Right?
And he's like, oh my God, I know you,
I almost went
influencer. And then he's like, you know me? And then he says his Chinese name, Jia Guang.
Jia Gang Ge.
Jia Ganga is hypothyroidism brother,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, Speed doesn't know what that means yet. He doesn't ask. So he goes, what's my name? Jia Ganga. Jia Guanga.
Yeah, my name is Zhang Kanggu. Zhang Kanggu.
Jia Gang Ge.
And then he starts going around telling all the old ladies in the store, Jia Ganga. Jia Ganga. And they're like giggling.
I hope all the people in this video and the YouTuber, I hope that they are okay. I hope that they are not in a Chinese gulag right now.
I can see it. They're looking at it like, I can see that, yeah. Okay. So he just starts going around. And then he walks out of the store and he goes, damn, I don't know any words in Chinese. Hola!
Bro, I don't know no Chinese words, bro. Hola.
Hello? He's literally like, I really don't know any words in Chinese. Hola! I'm like, such peak American behavior.
Say, can you see?
And he just starts walking around. I mean, listen, I think I could make 20 videos on this series. Because right now he's also on a tour in America. And I was watching it and I was like, it just doesn't hit. It doesn't hit like China. Why did China hit so hard? He starts walking around and he decides he's gonna make it fun. So he's just gonna start handing out 100 yuan bills, which is 14 US dollars, because conversion, but it's like 100 yuan, right? And he walks up to this
He's
guy.
handing out to strangers a stack of cash,
He's just like holding like 100 yuan.
giving it to people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
I mean, he did go to a gym and he was like, if you can lift more than me, you can get it.
Oh, okay.
But this, like in the beginning, he was just handing it out to people. So he's walking down the street and a guy gets off his motorcycle. It's not like a motorcycle. It's like one of those delivery bikes.
Yeah.
And he gets off. He's wearing his helmet. He takes off like the little visor. And then he's handing him the money. And this man is like, for me? He's pointing at himself like, for me? And Speed hands it to him and he uses both of his hands like, keep it, keep it. He's pushing his palms at him like, no, you keep it, you keep it, you keep it, right?
Uh-huh.
And this man sees this motion.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, oh, okay. He gets onto the ground on the cement and starts doing push-ups. Because he thought he had to do push-ups to get the money. Okay? And Speed is like, why the f is this guy doing push-ups? And they're just live streaming him doing push-ups. He does 13 push-ups. And Speed takes a closer look after he gets up, and the push-ups are pretty good. And he's looking at this man and he goes, wait a minute. How old are you? And the translator asks in Chinese, and he's 62 years old.
Wow.
Damn, bro, 62 doing 13 push-ups? That's crazy. Hey, stay fit like that.
And then Speed is like shaking his hand and is like, you are fit. You're a fit 62-year-old. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
the poor man. Like, he's
I know.
confused.
Okay, I will say some of the stuff was obviously done by event coordinators. They were, coordinating different events. Some of it was a little goofy, like a man in a suit just approaching I Show Speed on the street with a saxophone, playing the instrumental to Sunshine Rainbow White Pony. And people is like, okay, this is clearly a setup, but it's okay. It was kind of fun. It was kind of cute. Then he walks in to the Shanghai marriage market. Where the parents
I saw
go.
that clip. So the setup is in Chinese parks, every weekend, all the old parents will gather and they will have a board, right? What is it? Like a cardboard cutout.
Yes.
Like a list of their kids' criteria. So graduated here, height, how many houses do they own or the family owns, all the things that they can brag about.
Yeah.
Trying to match each other.
And so the minute he walks into the marriage market, this one's clearly set up because it's a girl holding a sign with all the requirements needed for a husband that are written for speed. Capable of backflips is the first one. I've never met a Chinese girl that was like, my #1 requirement is that he can do a backflip.
Is it Chinese or English? The board?
I think it's in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Has a healthy skin color and
This is cool.
interesting personality. Interesting.
Girl is looking for her husband.
She's looking for a husband.
Yeah, looking for her husband.
She wants to find someone who can do the
Capable of backflip, had a healthy skin color, and had an interesting personality.
Okay.
I believe that's you.
Wait, is this real?
Yeah, this is real. This is a marriage market.
I can do a backflip, and I have healthy skin, and I have an interesting personality.
Oh,
Wait, so you want to marry me?
Nice. I hope he does.
Like, how does this even work? Like, what do we do now?
Kiss.
What? No, bro, no, hey.
A lot of people in China call him abstract as a compliment. They say he's very abstract, okay? So then he runs into her, and then that was like a cute little moment. But then he goes further into the park, and there's this girl. She seems shy, and she's holding up a board, covering her face with her hair. She's wearing like a Sailor Moon outfit. And Speed walks up to them, and it's like a really buff bodybuilder dude with a wig on. And it's like this very... Yeah, it's this very intimate moment where he's putting his arms around Speed, and then he's like, I can dance. And Speed is like, you can dance? Dance for me then. And he starts dancing in silence, and I was getting so uncomfortable.
You don't look like that. Can I see your face? Huh? Kiss him. That's you? Sorry. Huh?
But I'm rich.
Okay, all right.
Translate, please. I'm rich.
He's rich. He got a lot of money.
You just said the same thing.
She's got a lot of money.
Okay.
Kiss him.
I got money.
I like Ronaldo.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
I can play soccer with you.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I can dance.
You can dance.
Yes.
Dance for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, I'm already married, okay? But you can have a nice one, okay? Well, I ain't. I'm sorry, I think I'm, what?
I have big boobs.
And then they get to the middle of the marriage market where they decide that they're going to play on a giant speaker. Sunshine, Rainbow, White Pony. And everyone's singing along. Everyone's having a good time. And then the chorus hits, cut the fucking music. And Speed is walking around making sure no one's singing the chorus. And all the cameras are just on the crowd. You know that one meme? It's like the soldier with like the 25 GoPros.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, what's the lyrics of this song? That's what he's doing. And he's like, okay, good. And then they start the song again.
Play it back again.
And it's just like the most intense, funny, hostage-taking of a song concert in the park I have ever seen in my life, okay?
What?
No.
Huh? Play it back again. Okay, all right. Okay, great singing.
Then they walk into a gym. They just casually walk into a gym. And this whole gym setup, I was like, bro, buddy, that's crazy. He walks into a gym and he's like, hey, random buff ass dude, if you can bench more than me, I'll give you 100 yuan. So it starts like that. So I'm like, oh, this is exactly what he was doing outside. This is chill, this is normal, this is fun. And then he goes deeper into the gym and all of a sudden, Jackson Wang shows up. And I'm like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, sir? And then they have a ping pong competition.
Can you tell people who Jackson Wang is for people who doesn't know?
No, they know.
I mean,
Y'all don't know Jackson
there's
Wang?
gotta be some people though.
Are you kidding? He's so famous. Look up Jackson Wang. You know Jackson Wang.
Okay.
Jackson Wang shows up and he's giving Aisha Speed a shirt with a Chinese flag on there. So I was like, what's going on? Okay, and they start playing ping pong, and it's a ping pong competition. And Jackson Wang's pretty good at ping pong. I didn't even know he was that good at ping pong. He's like killing him in ping pong. And Speed is like, I don't know what's going on. I was just benching. He loses in ping pong. And then all of a sudden, 2 Shaolin monks appear. Monks, just monks. They're doing freaking fudging Tai Chi. Because I don't want to curse when I'm talking about monks, right?
They're doing Tai Chi?
What do monks do?
Monks don't do Tai Chi. That's a different...
They're doing Kung Fu.
Yeah, Shaolin Kung Fu, yeah.
They're doing Shaolin Kung Fu.
Tai Chi is from like Taoism.
Oh,
That's different, yeah. It's fine.
Am I canceled?
No, they don't use the internet. It's fine. I'm kidding.
They come in and they do Shaolin Kung Fu.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? We about to fight? Oh,
It's like a Chinese night festival, cultural event, you know what I mean, in this gym.
Oh, hell no!
Like, it's literally a cultural event starring Jackson Wang. What's happening? And then they just have dinner set up in the gym. In the gym, like, I don't know if it's Heidi Lau. It's one of those famous hot pot places, and they got the dancing noodle guys, and it's just Jackson Wang on his right. And then all of a sudden, Rap of China makes an appearance.
No.
You got one of the higher bro rappers on his left. And this man is wearing a red Heidi Lau colored dress shirt.
With the Rap of China. She did a video about this recently.
Which is like the craziest.
His name is No.
Yeah, this is
KNOW.
And this is Dan Dan's favorite. Yeah, Dan Dan loves
I put Dan Dan on the song and he's like, okay.
Okay, no.
Okay, Mr. Bentley.
Yeah, ooh, Mr. Bentley. That was him. So you should go listen, okay? But he's got the craziest tie I've ever seen in his life. And I was like, this man looks like he woke up and someone was like, get your ass down in the gym, okay? This is basically like a UN conference right now, okay? Get your ass in the gym and wear something appropriate for once. And that's what he put on. It's like the most insane outfit I've ever seen. And then they're eating hot pot. There's like 5 dancing noodle guys. And it's just in the middle of the gym. And then afterwards, Jackson Wang is like, I gotta go. I gotta go. This is crazy. So he leaves. Aisha Speed rolled up his pants all the way. I guess he was hot. So he just looks like he's wearing a diaper now. And it's like bootylicious. And he's just standing there in like the shortest shorts I've ever seen. And one of those Chinese opera performances comes up to him.
What?
And he starts getting a little freaked out. So he starts barking at them. Because that's his thing. He likes to bark. Whenever he's angry, stressed, scared. And so he's barking. They bark back. And I'm like, what the f*** is happening? And then he likes when his opera mask changes. So the whole performance is like, you don't know how they do it, but their face changes. Like they have these masks on, colored, and then they change. And then they change with the performance, and Speed likes it. And so at one point, the opera man is like, you got to kiss me on the cheek for my face to change. He kisses him on the cheek, and he loves it so much. He keeps trying to kiss him more. Speed is literally just trying to like make out with this man to keep changing his face. He's like, do it again, do it again. And he's like trying to grab his face to make out with him. And it's just, it's a lot going on. He also goes to get a haircut in a very random store. And they just keep pushing his hairline back. And he gets very stressed out about that. He's like, no more. Too far, buddy. Too far.
Oh no. Oh no!
Another Chinese fan comes up to him. He's got a watermelon. And I said, you better not. And he goes, I will quit my job right now and work for you. And Speed is like, why you got a watermelon though? What are you trying to say about the watermelon? He was like, I love you, I will quit my job. And he punches the watermelon and starts shoving handfuls of watermelon into his mouth. And Speed is like, that's my watermelon. And he starts eating the watermelon. And I'm like, it's so crazy. And then they start singing Sunshine Rainbow White Pony for him. And all of his fans are barking at each other. Another fan comes up to him and is getting up in Speed's face, screaming the chorus of Sunshine Rainbow White Pony. And it seems malicious. It seems aggressive.
Oh, okay.
And he's like hyped. He's like jumping up and down, foaming at the mouth, okay? And he's singing the song. And Speed looks like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And this fan is like, I love you so much! And kisses him on the cheek. And Speed is shocked. Everybody is shocked. He gets in his car. They drive away. And when they get out, another fan spots him. Bro, this guy is like running away from fans this whole Chinese trip, okay? Another fan is like, can you please sign the back of my shirt? Speed is like, yeah, I'll sign your shirt. And
Are all these people okay? YouTube is forbidden in China. Have they ever been heard from again? Because they're really like on camera on a cultural Chinese event being like, yep, I'm watching YouTube even though it's forbidden.
And he draws like the biggest penis I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why the balls are so big. It's huge. He does sign Speed at the end. And this is basically the live stream mixed in with random I don't know who set this up. It's just, okay, because there were speculations. Some people are like, I don't know. Some of it feels like it's clear that he was working with event coordinators in China to make sure that the trip was safe and to make sure that he could get from destination to destination and like smooth things out, because it was like a massive production for Speed to hit up 4 of like the biggest cities. There was a lot that he needed to get through. But the event coordinators were also like throwing a little something. So he's walking down the street and he spots this kid leaned up against what looks like a really nice car. Speed's into cars. He's got a Lamborghini. He likes to jump over fast cars, you know? And he's just like leaning up against his car. Of course, Speed's gonna be like, what kind of car is that? I've never seen that car. That looks like a supercar. How come I don't have that car? I'm rich. And he walks up to him and he's like, what kind of car is that? And he's like, Xiaomi SU7 Ultra.
Oh, I heard about the Xiaomi cars.
What car is that? The quickest car in China? Let me rev it.
Please, have a seat.
Let me rev it.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What kind of car is this? Xiaomi. Rev it. Rev it.
There's no rev. It's a full electric.
Electric? This car not fast?
It's 1,500. 1,500 horsepower. 1,500, yeah.
Yeah, 1,500.
Huracan has about 600.
So this car is faster than my Huracan?
Even faster.
It's the fastest electric car.
This car is faster than my Lamborghini, but it's electric.
It's electric, yeah.
3 electric motors.
What the kind of car is this?
It's
What car is this?
It's a full carbon fiber rear wing.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta drive this. It's not cat chat. There's no way this car is faster than my Lamborghini. Wait, so this car is only in China?
Recently, yes, and maybe later they will go export.
Like, bro, I want to see how fast it is. Like, I want to really test the speed of it.
First time.
How much does this car cost?
Retail is about $70,000.
70,000?
Yeah.
And it's faster than my Lamborghini.
Unfortunately, it is.
And it's electric.
All right, so I'm doing a little bit of acceleration. Hold
Let me see. Oh!
So
Damn.
that's all.
Whoa!
I won't do any faster than that. Quite rapid.
Bro, ain't no way! Yo!
Maybe a little more. Up to 70.
Bro, hold on. Talk about. Wait.
Please.
Yo, ain't no way!
Yeah, so.
And it costs 70,000?
70,000. Yeah.
That's it? Chat, my Lamborghini costs $250,000.
Model S.
Why did I spend $250,000 on a car?
And I have a.
And this car is electric and it's 70,000 and faster than my car.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And the car owner is also Speed's fan. So he's like, let me give you a tour. And suddenly I'm in a sponsored video. Suddenly I'm in a Xiaomi commercial.
And what's crazy is we had a Xiaomi.
Yeah, we did.
The robo vacuum.
Honestly, the best robot vacuum I've ever had.
It's like they went from making vacuums
honestly,
to
my Xiaomi phone, I had the Xiaomi before I had my Samsung. The Xiaomi was so much better than the Samsung. I need to change my phone, and I think I'm just gonna get a Xiaomi.
Oh, here's an electric car.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he's like, this is the quickest car in China. He's like, what is it? Show me? Show me? And so the fan is like, I'll show you. No, because he's trying to say Xiaomi, but he's like, show me, show me. He's like, yeah, get in the car, get in the car. So he gets in the car. He's just in a random person's car at this point. I don't know how this man hasn't been kidnapped. And he's like, it's got 1,500 horsepower. Speed is like, 1,500? Only a Bugatti Chiron has got like 1,500.
This car is faster than my Lamborghini? But it's electric.
Xiaomi better have paid for this, okay? And he's like, well, how much is this car? This car is faster than my Lamborghini. It's only available in China and it's only $70,000.
Oh my God. Is that a...
It's an advertisement.
I really hope
For
so.
sure, it's the travel agent's product placement. For sure. I don't believe that this is not an ad.
Easy.
Because I was like, damn, I
But
want
then you
Xiaomi.
can't buy it here, though. You can't buy it in America. It's only in China right now.
That's true, and you can't watch him in China, technically. But I think, I mean, he's gotta have gotten paid.
But it feels like a very...
It's so natural, but then at some points I was like, because the way he's like, this car is faster than my Lamborghini and it's only available in China and this car is only $70,000 while my Lamborghini costs $250,000. Why don't they sell this in America? And I'm going,
Yeah.
What's that name nigga song? Oh, you wanted that song?
Yeah. Man, turn this shit up, bro.
It wasn't product
so netizens,
placement.
some netizens were a little upset because certain stops felt very commercially planned like this. But I thought it was cute, you know? I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it is.
The live stream, his first day in China, lasted more than 6 hours. And it attracted 7 million viewers, I believe, while it was live.
Wow.
I don't know if it was at once, but like, yeah. And after that, Speed was on a bus fleeing away from his fans because they were also cat and mouse chasing him throughout the city. And you just see him like staring out the window, having like a, you know, the, what is that song? Unwritten?
Main character?
Yeah, like...
Where are we going?
Home. You know, and he's just like looking out the window and looking at the Bund. You know the Bund?
Oh, yeah. The Shanghai bun.
Yeah, I mean, he's from Shanghai, and he's just like, wow, China looks better in the dark. That looks beautiful, bro. And all the comments were like, bro, I did not expect to like China. Because although these are Americans, and like, I don't know if my husband wasn't Chinese, I don't know if I would have fallen for all the propaganda. But like, there's lots of American propaganda where it's like, you get it. And there's bad things about every country. But it's so beautiful. It's literally so beautiful and so technologically advanced. Like, everything is crazy. Tiffany was like, when I get home from Shanghai, I always feel like I'm going back to like the countryside.
Yeah, it's like going back in time.
So netizens are commenting, damn, Speed has done more for world peace than the last 4 US presidents. He should get a Nobel Peace Prize for his trip to China.
Bing Chili.
Bing Chili.
Literally.
Wait, what is Bing Chili?
Okay, so his fans are obsessed with China.
But I heard this about China. A friend of mine married a Chinese girl, and like he went to meet her parents and stuff, and he was telling me about like his experience of going there, and the pictures that I've seen, everything just looks so super modern. Like really, like from the pictures and from the experience, like what I've heard from him, China truly is the hegemonic contender for world domination. It's kind of insane. And personally, and it might be controversial, I don't have like an ideological beef with China. I really don't. I do think that what they did economically for themselves is a true miracle, and how they picked themselves up, especially after reading all the shit that Japan has done to them. I have a lot of respect and admiration for China, but of course I am very weary about their relationship with Russia and their support of the conflict in Ukraine, and also how we are ostracizing China in the West and therefore pushing it closer with Russia. So that's my little concern about it, but overall, like, remove the Russia situation and I would be fully in support of China.
I will say it is kind of nice, especially because his fans, you know, I don't think he has like a predominantly Chinese American fan base. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so these are probably like a lot of Americans who have never really thought about going to China. So it is cute. And then the next day, he's leaving Shanghai and he's going to go to Beijing. He puts on the traditional Chinese red and green floral pattern and he arrives in the capital. And side note, I will say that I believe that pattern originated in Shanghai. I saw some comments of people being like, that's actually not a Beijing pattern, but it's like associated with I'm not trying to start fights. I'm not trying to start fights, please. So he's wearing those and he goes to the Forbidden City, the Palace Museum.
In the Forbidden Palace.
And this is where all the articles came about, that the first thing he did was bow deeply to the palace. He tripped and he's okay, but he tripped. And so he's looking around the Forbidden Palace, which is 10,000 rooms. And he says, this is bigger than my whole town. Okay, and it's got like 200,000 visitors per day, and he's just amazed. He's got a translator there giving him like a tour of the place, and the only thing that he's like holding on to, the only part of this, he's like, the emperor had how many wives? And she's like 3,000.
He had 3,000 wives?
Yes. 3,000 wives. And so he would, the emperor would sleep with a new wife every day.
Oh, God.
And Speed is like calculating. He's like, bro, that's 10 years. Chat, that's 10 years. A new woman every day for 10 years, chat. How long did these emperors live? And she's like, actually, they died really early because they were having too much sex. So, okay, they would be dead.
Bro, the emperor was moving mad.
And he's like,
damn, chat, that's crazy, chat.
Okay, every time I watch I Show Speed, half of my brain is so stimulated and the other half is like chat, drool. Like afterwards, I just want to stare at a wall and go, chat, that's crazy, chat. Also, I will say that people were really impressed in how Chinese fans were so nice to him. So I will say Chinese fans did crowd him. They were following him and they were obsessed. They were screaming. He needed his bodyguards so that they wouldn't crush him or like bombard him. But they were comparing this to another incident that happened when he was traveling abroad in Europe. He had sprained his ankle. His bodyguard had to carry him out of the building into the car, and people were literally ripping his hair out, and they sold it on eBay. They sold one of his braids that they yanked off of his head, and they put it on eBay labeled hand-picked I Show Speed hair.
What?
Yeah, and in most cities in China, everybody was really nice. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
And like people
Nobody like found the person?
I actually don't know, but there's videos of him and it looks really bad.
Wow.
Yeah, and so in Beijing, everybody's really nice. All of his fans just come up to him and like feed him. It was giving such East Asian. It was giving like when your East Asian parents don't tell you they love you, they asked if you ate yet, and all of his fans are literally just feeding him. At one point, one of his fans buys him the very famous Beijing, it's like a soy milk that's fermented. Okay, Tiffany was telling me about it, okay? And she said, it's actually like famously unique. You know, you go to Beijing, you drink it. Some people love it, but a lot of the times, you know, even most Chinese people say it's an acquired taste. Like you got to drink it a lot to be like, that slaps. You know, it takes a minute, especially if you're American. She was like, I don't even know if you would like it, and you're usually more open to like, you know, Asian tastes. And Aisha Speed's got high EQ. His fan gives it to him, and they take it, and Aisha Speed's eyes go wide. Okay. Because he's probably never had a sip like that before. He can't even eat spicy food. His eyes, this unlocked a flavor profile that he has never experienced. It's like a sixth sense. His nostrils have been opened up. Neural pathways are creating. Like,
I would be very good for this. I love spicy things. For me, the spicier the better. If you're not crying when you're eating, you're not doing it right. Honestly, I think I should just live in Asia.
Chinese neural pathways are creating in his brain. He suddenly knows the word ni hao, and his eyes are wide, and his fan takes the smallest sip. You can just tell the fan doesn't even like it, okay? And he's like, "Is it okay?" Speed is like, "No, it's good, it's good." And he takes more sips.
Wow.
Yeah, he never says, "Oh, it's not my vibe," or like, "That's crazy." He's like,
wow,
it's good, it's good. And he takes another sip.
Bean milk. You like it?
Very special. We're calling sour salty milk. It's a kind of. Do you like it? Special salty milk. You should try more.
I like it.
Welcome to Beijing. Today is work day.
Welcome to Beijing.
W speed.
Speed. Yeah, and by the time he walks out of there, like he's like, I got a squid in my pocket. I got this in my hand. Like, I need help. I need help. So his bodyguards are taking the food away from him, and he's just walking down the street. And I'm like, is this I don't know if. Okay, I will say it seems like a good chunk of it are his fans that are buying stuff to feed him. Because like you'll just see random people run up and they're like,
okay, now we want to do something a little bit different. So let me just pull up a picture here. Okay, Royal Bush art. Garden art. I want to do, I want to do like a design with the bush, sort of similar like I did here, but kind of smaller. And I just want to get a stencil. Okay, I think this one is from the garden at Versailles. Yeah, something along those lines. So it's gonna be like, is there a better picture? Okay, there's gonna be like a circle, and let's repeat it here. And I'm doing this off by hand, so it's not gonna be perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. But it's just like a little design to put into our little collection. All right, and this is good enough. Now I'm gonna repeat it on the other side.
Like, I should Speed, I love you, I love you, I love you. Eat this.
Oh, why did I? Oh, I didn't see your message. Sorry. Hi, Pink Blink. Yeah, Pink Blink. Rotten Mango is in the corner because when I build Cities Skylines, I like to watch it on the internet. Before I had the Jordan Peterson and Slavoj Žižek debate, and now I'm watching News from the Chinaverse by Stephanie Su. So, you know, just a Sunday night.
And Aisha Speed has no fear of being poisoned. He does not care for his livelihood or his safety. He just be eating. He's just eating. He's like, what the f is this? And his fan is like, tanghulu. Okay? And he's like,
you had real tanghulu, right? The original.
It's sour, right?
Sour inside, sugar outside.
Yeah, he was having a trip with tanghulu. And I was like, buddy, tanghulu? damn, then I just know that you have high EQ because that milk must have hit hard. If you are having a hard time with tanghulu, because he was like so sweet, and then now it's sour.
Damn! It's sweet as hell!
He was very confused by tanghulu. So I'm like, that milk should have done a number on you if tanghulu is doing a number on you. And then another fan is giving him like the blowing candy.
Damn, we've done all of those in
Yeah.
in the videos.
And then later he sees a fan who flew halfway across to China to give him a portrait. He's like, I got a portrait for you. I flew halfway across the country. He's like from a different part of China to come meet you to give you this. And Speed, he has two of them. He's like, can you sign it? Can you sign it? And Speed is like, wait, so I don't get to keep them? I have to sign them? And then he's like, no, you keep one and I keep one. And Speed is like, are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna sell it? And he's like, no, I will keep this for the rest of my life, I swear.
I swear. You're not gonna sell it. On God, you're gonna keep it. All right, I'll sign it. I will only sign it if you keep that. You gotta keep it, bro.
No, he just looks so cute. They're so cute. And then also, every time I saw it, my husband would be walking around because I'm like playing it and it's like a 20-hour live stream. So this has been my life for a minute. And my husband will stop by and he goes, I mean, they're just admitting they're on YouTube. You know? Is that okay? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. You tell me, okay? He's like, I don't know. These people are crazy. And he's walking away. So he's going to keep the little sign thing. And then they got to get into a tunnel. An underground tunnel. It's like a high-speed train, super underground. So he gets in, and Speed is stressing. Everybody's stressing. His tour manager's stressing. And they're like, okay. And he's telling the chat, like, chat, there's going to be a lag. Just don't exit out. I'm going to be back after the lag. They said the tunnel is, like, really quick. So we're just going to be in the underground tunnel really, really quick. So they get there, and then he's, like, everyone's checking their phones. Like, is it lagging yet? Is it lagging? And then he's like, chat, are you still there? And he's like, are we lagging? And you can see in the back, it's a tunnel.
Oh, we're lagging. We're gonna lag. We're underground.
How are you? I'm watching Rotten Mango now, but in 30 minutes we will do Baldur's Gate. I'm just trying to progress as much Cities Skylines as I can. So instead of Shiz and Giggles, we do this. Which honestly, like for me, Cities Skylines and Shiz and Giggles can be merged into a single thing. Cause I can just react to things anyways. And how are you? How was your day, Ima? What did you do? Isn't it? It's nice, right? It's something. It's not perfect. I didn't use a stencil or anything like that. I just did it off by hand by clicking with the mouse, but it's cute. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish we had some like Greek statues and stuff that I could put around, but we don't have those. But as I'm like building it, I got an idea for a lore. So like this was a royal residence back in the day that got transformed into a court after some bloody revolution, as it does in Europe. And they started building these apartments and stuff, but you just see little remnants. Like this park here, for example, is a remnant of this royal garden that used to be here. And they demolished it to put the parking lot, put some buildings and tenements and stuff. But you can still kind of see like little remnants of it here and there. So like in this area, the kind of parks and stuff is going to be more manicured to kind of give that little homage to the fact that this used to be a royal garden, but then like they were reclaiming the space for the city. Yes, did it offset your week having to volunteer for the thingy? Wouldn't your boss like give you time to catch up next week, or they don't care, like things have to be done and they have to be done now?
9-5. Chat, if it lags, don't leave, okay? We're under tunnel. You can't get signal under the tunnel. We're actually not lagging. Yo, China's crazy. We're underground and we're not lagging. Y'all have like internet underground too? Is it lagging now?
Yeah,
it's still
China's
not
in the
lagging?
future.
Yo, China is insane. We're literally underground. Chat, everybody spam W China in a chat, bro. W China in a chat. It's not.
Oh, right. So, oh my God, Ima, you are such an overachiever. Even when you do sketchy things like missing work while not missing work, you do it to attend an academic event. Girl, I'm so proud of you. You are so well put together. And why are you my friend? I'm such a mess. Ima, like, when you look at me, what do you see? I'm so scared. Is it pity, or is it like a contrast, you know, like you like to keep me around, so it's like, you know, like a contrast to how well put together you are, the flaming hot mess that I am. Yeah, I think we actually fulfill each other really well. Like, I'm full of really crazy life stories and kind of like very practical life wisdom that I have gained on making a lot of mistakes. A mistake after a mistake. And you are like the rock, you know, that solid, that keeps me grounded in my friendship relationships. Look at that. It's kind of like, it's actually nice because for me it's like a sign of a healthy friendship, because, and I had this experience when I first got with Nev, because all my friends were crazy. I used to be friends with a lot of crazy people. And maybe I didn't choose my company wisely. Like, none of them were bad people. None of them did anything bad. But they were all crazy. But then, like, Nev was one of the first relationships that I have had, like, romantically, that I was like, I don't feel threatened, you know? Like, I don't feel in danger, which is like something like I felt like I was craving the adrenaline of like being with someone unpredictable and unstable and manic and all that. And I kind of feel, and then like I lost a lot of friends as well because, you know, like I was crazy, my friends was crazy. So a lot of my like old time relationships kind of fell apart because I made a lot of mistakes. But then like I got myself back together, and then I met Nev, and that was a nice, healthy, romantic relationship that I made. And now that we became friends, I feel kind of like it's like that in like a friend's way, you know, like you are so well put together, and you are such a nice person, and I really like being friends with you. And I have this weird feeling of like, you know, like I'm so crazy. But I also have so many stories because of that. But at the same time, like, it's nice to be around someone who's so motivated, who's so, you know, who achieved so many things in life, and, you know, is striving forward like this. Like, I think it's a really nice diversity of different experiences and things. And yeah, anyways, that was my monologue. Let's go back to watching this guy in China.
Lagging and we're underground. That's actually fire.
2K, 144 PhD, no lag, no fucking lag. Okay, you go to New York and you're gonna take the train. You walk halfway down the steps, your phone is out of signal. You can still see the sky. You're basically still on the street. Your phone, you can't text anyone. You go down there, nothing. You can't text people. He's live streaming, underground. Crazy.
That's crazy because
Yeah.
YouTube is not in service in China.
Exactly.
So he's streaming underground with 2K resolution
on a VPN.
On a VPN. That still streams faster.
Oh my god.
No. And then I was thinking about this too. I was like, actually, if I went to China, and even if I were to use a VPN, which I would never do, I would follow all the rules. But even if I were to use a VPN to upload a video onto YouTube, it might upload faster than when I'm home and connected to like fiber internet cable and And I was like, maybe that's the solution. It's crazy. And everyone is commenting like China's internet is fucking crazy. How are you underground on a train? And then people were saying even his 6-hour stream, 2K quality on a VPN the whole time.
Wow.
There was no buffering, no lagging at any point.
Dang.
Nothing. It's like so crystal clear. It's actually too clear.
Get it, Grandma. Come on.
So then after that, he goes to the Great Wall in Beijing and he does a backflip off of it. And everyone's just watching. Everyone's obsessed. And while they're at the Great Wall, he runs into this older woman, this older lady who is an influencer. Well, trying to be an influencer on Douyin. Or she's just posting on Douyin, okay? And then she's like, you know what? I'm going to take a video with you. And she's like, come here, Speed. And she's like, come here, man. I'm going to take a video with you. Come here, man. And then she's like, I don't charge. I don't charge.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. So then she's taking a video and they're singing like a very famous Chinese song, okay? And Speed is singing it and then she uploads it onto Douyin.
Oh, is your internet bad? Actually, you know, the one thing I have to say about Ireland, maybe because all the tech companies were here for such a long time, we have really good internet, like, and all over the place. I like to go hiking, so I'm oftentimes in mountains, at beaches, in forests and stuff like that. And you know what? I always have really good internet connection. Like, I can be at the top of the mountain and I can still catch Pokemon, you know? Like, it's pretty good. And even my home internet, like, 2 gigabyte internet speed is like, it's like the internet that everyone has. Now they introduced 5 gigabytes, which is the internet that we got now recently. So in that way, like, it's really good. And like I live kind of in the countryside as well. Like not as much countryside as you, because it's kind of like a 20,000 population town. It is a town. But for Ireland, it's still pretty much the sticks. Oh, but are they actually going to be connecting your village to the fiber optics?
And the caption this elderly woman put is, who is this? She doesn't know Speed. And she was like telling Speed, like, don't worry, I don't charge to take a video with me. Come here.
Oh, she thought it was just a foreigner.
Yeah, and she's like, don't worry, come here. And they took a video and she goes, who is this? No, she thought, she knew he's famous. It's a famous foreigner because people are surrounding him. But she doesn't know who it is. So she posts it with, who is this?
This music, I love it.
That video within hours gets like 3.3 million likes, not even views, likes. And you want to know why? Because people don't know for the first 5 minutes who the Speed is, because her filter made Speed look like an extraterrestrial alien. The way his chin could fit on the tippy top of a number 2 pencil, the way his face shape is completely a heart now. Even in the background, his big ass, buff ass, muscular bodyguard got some long lashes. That's why they call him Pretty. That's why his nickname is Pretty. Because in the back of he's very pretty. Yeah, and the other bodyguard wasn't in there, so he's biggie, but he looked very pretty, and he even made a douyin later, and he said,
Xiaohongshu.
Yeah, he made a Xiaohongshu later, and he said, "Hey, Xiaohongshu, I know y'all gave me a nickname, Pretty." Yeah, and he's feeling himself. Everyone's feeling himself. Okay.
Oh my god, they got followers in China. Now.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get back to the bodyguards because the bodyguards become celebrities.
Wow.
It's so insane. Now people have nicknamed that woman. This is No Charge Filter Auntie. Yeah, she is also now famous, and they say that all of the heads on her video turn into like the rubber droppers. You know, like those serum containers where you you squeeze the top and it's like a heart-shaped top and you squeeze it.
Oh, that's specific.
Yeah, I mean hypothyroidism, bro, is also specific. And so Speed doesn't know until he comes back to America and he's reacting to viral clips from China, and he looks at that video and he goes, "Bro, what the fuck is that filter?
Bro, what the fuck is this filter?"
And people are obsessed. They're like, "Bro, this is crazy," because in 2 days, in just Shanghai and Beijing, Americans are becoming obsessed with China. Like, people actually want to go to China. They're like, "We want to go visit China. We want to go be a tourist over there." And they're like, everyone is saying like China's crazy. And I'm sure every country has very bad things about each country. People are like, "Whoa, we need to go there. I can stream under ground." So then he makes a last minute trip to Henan, and the 6-hour live stream ends up being his most popular one with 7.26 million viewers, because he decides that he wants to go to a Shaolin temple, and this is like the birthplace of Kung Fu. To show how serious it was, it starts with him wearing a bald cap.
Oh my god, you know what's funny?
What?
You should do a story on Shaolin.
Oh, the recent...
All right,
So
let's do more
Shaolin
surfaces, and
head
then
in charge just got exposed. It's crazy.
Wait for like
Baldur's
having doing the dirty.
Oh yeah, he does everything.
He does
Where
all the
he's
dirties.
Like, T.
He'd be doing all the dirties.
But also the crazy part. So Shaolin is always been around in the books, like throughout the history of China. But they kind of went a little bit more not distinct. Like nobody cares about them anymore.
Yeah.
There's nobody in there. There's no money. The temples are getting really beat down.
Yeah.
He took it, treated it like a business. That's why he made it international. Now everybody, like American, everyone knows Shaolin Kung Fu. Like he made it famous. And he just got exposed after decades of running it.
All I know is he'd be getting girls. That's all I heard. I'm sure it's way more serious, but of course the internet makes it so unserious. So all I've seen so far is he'd be getting a lot of girls. That's all I know, but we'll see. Maybe there's crimes, maybe there's something. We'll see where it goes. But he decides he's going to go to the Shaolin temple and he wants to learn Kung Fu. So he's wearing a bald cap and a monk robe. He shows up like that. And I'm like, what the f is happening?
I want to learn some Kung Fu, bro.
And he spends 2 hours in the mountains asking passerbys for directions to find the temple. They're getting fucking lost in the mountains.
I'm very nervous right now.
And finally, they find a temple, and he's so excited. He's on his knees. He's begging them, train me, please, master, train me.
Oh, no.
And there's this picture I'm going to insert for you. It's just like his booty's popped out. He's on all fours. And there's just like a Chinese old guy sitting like, what the f is happening? And the monk tells him in Chinese.
I want fountains. I wanna make fountains here. Like a water feature thingy. Like I want this corridor here to be like 2 rows of like water squirting into the air. I actually don't think that I have the fountain jets as an asset. Let me just save it and have a quick look at Paradox mods. Because like I've been doing fountains and water features here and there, but I'm missing the jets. The water jets, and I've seen other people use them. I've seen that people actually have them. So how does it happen? Fountain. Okay. I have the water thingies. I don't have. Okay. What about water jet? I've seen people use it. Water. Was it part of something that I don't have? I feel like I have all that I can have for this game. Okay. Well, fair enough. How do people have it? Anyways, I'll Google it later. Maybe I'll look it up tomorrow and I'll find it. Whatever it is, if it needs research, then it's not for me today. Let's carry this on.
And the translator is like, okay, let me translate this for you. Because he's like, please train me, master.
Please, I will do anything. I want to be just like you. Train me, master.
And the Chinese monk tells him, find inner peace. Keep this inside. Don't be so excited. He's like, shut the fuck up. And he goes, train me, please. And so they do all this like kung fu, you know, and it's like very lame. He's just had to like frog jump and go up and down the mountain for like an hour.
Go! Go! Oh. No. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, fuck.
And then do like the horse stance until his legs start cramping. And then after hours of doing like the most basic stuff that really doesn't even matter, they tell him, hey, this is like a business. This is a private kung fu training school. It's not a temple. And he's like, what the fuck? I thought I was getting trained by a high monk, like a master monk. What the fork is happening?
Oh, God.
So then he gets back out, and turns out the passerbys, they didn't understand what he was asking for. He just kept saying he wanted to learn kung fu, so they sent him to the private business. So then he has to go and look for the real temple. He finds the real temple.
God bless America.
Local officials had to step in to show him which ones were the real temples, because they were like, oh, you're looking for a real temple? Okay, I guess we'll show you because it's like in the mountains. And he goes and he meets Master Liang at the Shaolin Temple. And you already know that this is the real master, because every time Speed tries to bow or kneel, the master is like very upset, like telling him to get up. And then he's also on his knees.
Why?
I guess they don't like being kneeled down to. So anytime Speed kneels, he's kneeling. And honestly, I love this man. I love this man.
The monk?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
why?
I don't think he's a monk. He's got hair.
I mean, some monk can have hair.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got a lot of it.
Master Liang. Master Liang.
Master Leon. Please teach me kung fu.
Okay, no problem.
And he's teaching him kung fu, and he said kung fu is not just fighting. Kung fu is training your mind. Kung fu is not full of power. You need to leave some power to save yourself. Not just hurt the enemy. You need power to save yourself.
I'm learning kung fu, please.
Speed is like, I want to learn nunchucks.
Nice. 1, 2. Oh.
They start teaching him like real kung fu, and it looks real.
Oh, really? It looks different this time.
Yeah, they have like this long rope thing with a bag attached, and they're like it's like very intense. And they're learning that, and he needs to have an iron shirt, which is where you use energy to make your body.
铁布衫.
Yes, but basically
it's similar to what you have. 朱砂掌. The red ass hand.
Okay, you better watch out, because I might be like a kung fu master. Okay, I want to go to China after this.
More breathe. Don't have fright. Your life is in sky, in earth, in fire, and in water.
And so they said he needs to have an iron shirt, and the only way to get it is to get beat up.
Hey, I'm ready. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm ready. Let's go.
So, the master and him are doing like the energy movements, and then a monk comes up to him and slams a giant wooden stick on his arm until it breaks. And like that's how you learn how to hold this energy and stuff. And I will say it looks very painful, and Speed is like dying after the first one on his arm.
Yes. Ah, God damn! God damn! God damn, master! Master!
Okay, first of all, he gets hit with the stick, and then all of a sudden he knows how to say ni hao, so I think it did something to him. And in this like philosophy clip blows up on Douyin because as he's screaming, the monk is on the ground with him and says, "It is pain, but it is life. It is pain, but it is Shaolin. It is pain, but it is Kung Fu. It is pain, but it is you."
What, are we gonna beat each another with a stick? Ima, I didn't know this violent side of yours.
It's pain, but it's life. It's pain, but it's Shaolin. It's pain, but it's Kung Fu. It's pain, it's you.
Yeah. And so he's dying, okay? They have to go through 2 more sticks. But what people were really impressed was he actually, like, you can see that he's in a lot of pain.
Uh-huh.
But he's taking it seriously. Like, Speed wants to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he seems very genuine about wanting to learn more.
You know, like, you gotta say, like, you know, he's like extra dramatic all the time.
Yeah.
But at the important moments, he's like really high EQ.
Yeah.
He never acts like a fool at the wrong time. I mean, at least from the clips I've seen in China.
There was one where this was not a setup. This girl in China just comes up to him and just starts saying some vile racist stuff. Really, and it was like either she thought she was being edgy and funny, or she didn't really understand the impact of what she's saying, which doesn't really excuse anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like, you really shouldn't say that, especially like you're not representing your country. Well, a lot of Chinese netizens were really upset with her, right? But the way Speed handled it was very impressive. Because it would have been so easy for him to be like, "Oh my God, chat, did you hear that, chat?" Right? But instead he was like, "Guys, I don't think she knew what she was saying. Like, I think she was just saying random stuff." So it's like he's even still trying to like protect her from his own chat while she says some crazy stuff. So it was actually really... And I was like, damn. I don't know anything else about him, okay? But it was cute. Anyway, he seems really genuine about being a monk. So he's getting back up and he's getting this giant stick to the back and he's like taking this so seriously. And at the end, he tells the monk, because it's not, he has Master Liang who's like doing the energy with him, and then a monk comes up and hits him with the stick. And he's like, "I want to do what you did to me to you."
Tell Master Shin I would like to do what he did on me.
You want to flip the script?
Oh yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna hit you with the stick," and the monk literally just nods. And then he does his energy, and he's standing there, and Speed comes in, whacks him with the stick. It breaks, and the monk stands back up.
Hey, get there, Master Shin. Payback is a mother. You don't feel that?
And Speed is like, "What the f?" Because he wanted him to be in pain. And he was like, "You know what? I'm sorry." And Speed starts apologizing to him. And he was like, "I'm sorry, man. Like, you're the one. You're the one, okay?" And it's really so cute because... And I don't know if I just like to see the good in everyone, right? But at the end, like, you just see Speed trying to ask for like his team. He's like, "Where's the cash? Like, I really wanna
tip them.
Like, I wanna bless the temple.
Oh, bless the temple.
You know, like I wanna like give them something back." And so he keeps trying to give the cash to the master, and he's like, friend, we don't do money. Friend, we are our country, my country, whole world. We are all friends because of Kung Fu."
Okay, now, along with the top guy of Shaolin who just got charged
with like embezzling money. Okay.
I mean,
no, but I trust this one. He was so sweet. And he said, "You know, I have an idea," because Speed keeps trying to give him the money. He's like, "Give it to the kids. They can buy snacks." And like the kids are there and they're all so excited. And then, before the kids even came in, you know, the master was like, "Okay, we got kids. Can they take a picture with you?" And Speed was like, "Bring them in." And so because the master speaks English, so he switches to Chinese and he's like, "Bring the kids in." And Speed is just standing there going,
"Yeah, tell your students to come in."
after all that great bonding, okay? So all the comments are, Speed has finally experienced classic Chinese story. Go through days of difficulties, finally find the master. Yeah, it's so cute. It honestly was adorable. So then he goes to Chengdu. Chengdu is often called the panda base because it's the only region where the wild giant pandas are naturally found. So naturally, Speed decides that he's gonna get panda makeup.
Chat, this look fire low key. I look too much like a panda though.
And turn himself into a panda, which he does take off eventually, and he's just wearing a panda headband with like panda.
Also, Ima, what don't you know about being hit with a stick? What do you need to find out about it?
And the city is surrounded by bamboo forests. It's a really beautiful area, and Speed is very excited for Panda Land.
They putting needles in my body, bro.
And he goes to this like traditional Chinese medicine clinic, and the traditional medicine practitioner is checking his pulse, and he proudly announces, "You do not have hypothyroidism." And everyone's clapping like, yeah! And it's just like the cutest little, everything is turning into like a variety show. This is like the cutest, most wholesome live stream that I've ever seen in my life, although there is some drama. But people were saying, is this all like so set up? Is this also propaganda? But who cares, because it's so cute. And like the reactions are so wholesome, right? He also does, he watches people do Kung Fu tea. I didn't know this, but the Kung Fu tea spouts are like this long. Like if you hold out your arms all the way, like you're about to give someone a hug, that's how long the spout of the tea is. And they just be whipping that shit around, and then they pour it all dramatically. And each time Speed is trying to drink the tea, it's just a lot going on. A lot. There's a woman who's upside down pouring the tea, and Speed is like, bro, I am just thirsty. And I just know Speed was dying because it's same. It's the American in us. You go to Asia, why the fuck am I getting hot tea right now? Give me an ice water. I just walked around town. Get me a fucking ice water, please. Okay, so he's dying, but he's still trying all the tea. Very sweet. And by this point, Speed's 2 bodyguards start going crazy. You know, they start getting viral on Douyin, on Chinese social media, because even like Chinese mainstream news are covering little bits of Speed's trip. They're just saying like super famous American live streamers visiting China and he loves it, right? Stuff like that. And so people are like watching all of this, and these 2 bodyguards in other countries, people were comparing when Speed travels to other countries, the bodyguards are fucking stressed. People are trying to rip out Speed's hair and like sell it on eBay. Meanwhile, in China, it seems like as long as you can control the crowds at restaurants, at establishments, bro, the bodyguards are on a paid vacation, is the joke in China. In Chengdu, while Speed is trying acupuncture, he is screaming. The camera pans to his bodyguard, his buff ass bodyguard, who is drinking like the daintiest little bubble tea. He's like, it looks like a tiny little shot glass in his hand, okay? He's like sucking on the little milk bubbles, okay? And someone on the side is like, what are you drinking? And he's like, I'm drinking tea. It's good for your skin, they said, right?
What are you drinking? I'm drinking it because it's good for your skin, right?
And so,
like, how's my skin?
Yeah, and so he's like, you know, they call me pretty, you know that, right? And so the netizens are commenting, I told you, chewing, chewing, chewing. Traveling, chewing, chewing, chewing. It's just not the same everywhere. Chewing, 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 chewing. Okay? After returning from China, people are joking. The bodyguard is telling Speed, find someone else. I also have fans. I've got fans too now. When they were eating hot pot in Chengdu, Speed is coughing because he ate something spicy. He's literally choking on the hot chili. And the bodyguard looks at him and goes back to, doesn't even put down his chopsticks, goes back to eating the hot pot. Chinese netizens start joking. Speed, I am dying, I am dying. Bodyguard, I'm eating, okay? There's another one. Bodyguard, hot pot attacks my boss. I have to attack the hot pot. Okay? It's said in one very viral post in China, because Chinese people are having different reactions than Americans, that the bodyguard gained 10 pounds. And they were doing a before and after picture from his trip in China. He gained 10 pounds, they said. He be eating good. Eating good. He also, one of the people that Speed really wanted to meet was Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, he met him. But Jackie Chan only wanted to meet him in private, no live streaming, no filming. Whoa. And Speed was so excited. He went. And then later, back in America, he live streamed that he was actually really happy that there was no live streaming, no pictures, nothing, because he could just focus on everything Jackie Chan said, and he said he was so inspirational.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was so cute.
See, that's kind of cool though to hear. Like, it seems like Jackie Chan really actually want to meet.
Yeah, like
not for content, not for clout.
Yeah, not for like, oh, Americans, hi again.
Like, come on, bring your fans
Yeah.
here. But more so like he genuinely just want to connect with
Yeah.
Speed. Wow,
And
that is so fascinating, right?
They got together privately, and he said Jackie Chan was so inspiring. And I bet it was probably nice for Speed too to not have to worry about making it the most entertaining moment, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
And then he wanted to meet Jackie Chan, which he met in private. He wants to meet Wao Qi, who is the singer of Sunshine Rainbow White Pony, which there's drama about that, but we're going to get there. And then he wanted to meet, the third person he wanted to meet is Tian Yiming.
Is it the singer?
Super Idol.
Super Idol 的笑容多美你的甜。
Exactly. Okay. So his whole thing is he is famous for singing over the top, greasy style, high quality man trope. Like he wears a suit, super greased back hair, and everything he says is just oily, greasy. And people love him. He goes viral all the time with Super Idol and all of this. So Speed is like, I want to meet him. I want to meet him. And they meet, and he shows up not in costume. He shows up looking like his normal self, and he's actually like. I mean, people fell in love with this guy.
Oh.
Like he is.
He wasn't in character.
He wasn't in character. He was just very excited to make that.
I feel like this whole trip was a huge advertisement campaign for the Chinese government. But honestly, it's nice that they welcomed him in this way, given the recent America-China relations and the fact that in China a lot of this kind of stuff is political.
That TikTok with Speed, because Speed wanted to make a TikTok singing Super Idol with him that went crazy viral. I think it has like 50 million views on like one video, and I'm sure across all platforms even crazier. I don't know, but he just does the video. He's very genuine about meeting Speed, and then he quickly tries to leave because a lot of Chinese netizens like that he's again not trying to sit there and like capitalize and like trying to get an American audience and do too much. Like he was just like, oh, Speed wants to meet me and do a TikTok with me, so I'm gonna meet him and do a TikTok with him, and like I'm honored and like, okay, it was so nice seeing you, bye. It didn't feel like I'm gonna stick around and keep talking and like do a lot. And so people are like, God, this guy's so humble and so cool. So Chinese people fell more in love with him. Americans fell more in love with him after that. Yeah, it was actually really cute. People say he's so classy. Like he's just got that top star energy. He's not clowning around.
He's not greasy.
Yeah, he's not greasy. And as he's walking around Chengdu, people are just like feeding him. Fans are feeding him. One auntie walks around and hangs a long string of sausages. It's like a traditional Chinese spicy sausage around his neck. And he's just walking around with sausages around his neck. People are squirting like drinks into his mouth when he gets thirsty. And then
this, I feel like you go to Silesia and will happen to you the same. Oh no. Oh, move it, crash the game again. Alright, well. We did it. Let's finish the video. We have less than a minute.
There is an unk.
The unk.
The unk.
The goose unk.
In Chengdu is where he meets the unk. And that is where I leave you with part 1. Because in part 2, the unk lore is gonna make you cry. The backstory of the unk, the Americans only know what you saw on Speed's live stream, but there's back lore for the unk. There's drama. A restaurant and a business owner gets completely wrecked and canceled. A whole TV network gets like dragged through the mud in China because of Speed, because of unk. Not because of them, but like because of how they handled the situation. Oh, there's so much drama. Like so far it's been wholesome, but it's about to get dramatic. It's about to get crazy. Just you wait. Just you freaking wait. And that's gonna be in part 2, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's what I was wondering, like when are people going to jail? Anyways, guys, thank you so much. That's it for Cities Skylines for today. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'll just set up the stream for Baldur's Gate. We'll play for like an hour or so, and then we'll call it a night. But let's make some progress in Baldur's as well. So, stay right here. I'll just turn off the stream. I'll turn it right back on. And we'll play Baldur's Gate. So if you like it, like, subscribe, drop a comment.